As far as the teams of interest, I would keep an eye on the Rams. And from what I know, Wade Phillips is a big fan of Clay Matthews and really always has been. And one thing that the Rams have excelled at and should probably continue to excel at is the ability to get really good veterans on short-term deals to come in and have the chance to win a Super Bowl. And look, a lot of people live in LA. Clay Matthews actually does live in the LA area. A lot of people want to be on the West Coast. The Rams have become a potential landing spots for some of these veterans to play, however many more years they want to play and have a chance. That's
Clay Matthews going to the Los Angeles Rams. The former USC Trojan, longtime Packer, is now at LA Ram for 2 seasons. And I've been noticing, in social media, they were talking about his contract. I think it's up to like 15, 14 mil for 2 years. So that kind of leads us to believe there's incentives involved. And I kind of like that because it pushes them to want to, obviously perform better. It's not like a guaranteed money. So all they do is just show up to practice and not do anything. But I actually like them. I really like Clay Matthews. Even though he's a little older, he's not in his prime anymore. Even some Packers fans are saying that he's not that good to begin with anymore because he's slower and doesn't get a lot of sacks. But he had, I think, 3.5 sacks last season. He would have had 6.5 if only he would have not gotten those BS roughing the passer calls, which was not his fault because it was so crazy and it kind of limited him to what he could be able to do as a pass rusher. And I think it pissed him off, to be honest with you. It was pretty ridiculous, the fact that you can't even touch the quarterback anymore in the league. So why the hell even bother drafting defensive linemen? Might as well just draft a bunch of corners and safeties and linebackers. Even linebackers. Maybe we shouldn't even draft linebackers because those guys end up hitting the quarterback too. But it's crazy, man. And I actually think Clay Matthews has a lot in the tank. If I were to have my linebacker core at the moment, it'd basically be Dante Fowler, Clay Matthews, Kaiser, and Littleton. That would be my linebacker core right now. And that would be a huge upgrade when it comes to stopping the run. That's one of the weaknesses the Rams have, is stopping the run. Just one thing, though, is I'm still worried about Sue not coming back, because I heard he's not going to be coming back, mainly because other teams will probably end up paying him more. And he already took a discount last year to go to a contender, so maybe he'll go to another contender. Hopefully he doesn't go to the Patriots just to win a Super Bowl, but you never know. And I don't hate on him for possibly going to another team because of that. But the Rams, we had our run, and last year I said if we don't win it last year, we may not be able to get back to it the next season. So it all depends on what we do in the draft and if there are any other moves that we'll make, being that Les Snead is eager to win a Super Bowl now and not be patient. And I like that because it makes the league more exciting for at least us Rams fans for a couple more seasons. And even though we are ballers on a budget, even though we are counting our pennies and we're being very careful how we spend our money, we will have more money next season coming up. And everyone's saying, well, the Rams don't have that much cap room, or the Rams took off salary cap mode on Madden, or and the only reason I see it is because our quarterback's on a rookie deal. We have other guys that aren't making that much money. Like Littleton isn't making a lot. There's another guy that's not making a lot. All these pass rushers we ended up getting in the draft. John Johnson's not making a lot. Marcus Peters is still getting paid, kind of like the rookie deal thing. Offensive linemen now, some of our guys got cut. Mark Barron was making a ton of money, and he ended up getting cut, freed up a lot of space for the Rams. So now he's going to the Steelers. So Clay Matthews makes sense to the Rams. He gives us that run-stopping presence. He does analyze the game as a linebacker, not only an edge rusher on the outside, but also an inside linebacker. So we might be using him in certain instances as a inside linebacker. He can do a lot of stuff. Plus, it makes sense because he's from LA. So I like the fact that at least we're thinking outside of the box in a way, because we're going to need as much help. If we want to go back to the Super Bowl, we're going to have to find ways to stop the quarterback and ways to get better on defense. And if Clay Matthews, if his experience helps us, then why not? I mean, I was looking at the remaining guys. It was Justin Houston and Clay Matthews. If we would have got one of them, I would have been fine with that, because if you guys all remember, Clay Matthews was a problem last year against the Rams. And this is the Rams when they were like 7-0 versus like the 3-4 Packers or 4-3 Packers. There he was a problem. He was getting up to Jared Goff, and that was, at the time, that offensive line was on point. They were on the money, man. So he was giving us problems. The Packers in general were giving us problems. Their front seven was really good. And, if he can go with the Rams, that already has talent on the defense side of the ball, this can be another problem for the rest of the league. For at least 2 seasons, we'll feel like superhuman. We'll be like a superhuman all-star team, kind of like the Golden State Warriors. So, I mean, I like what I'm seeing. At least we're giving it a shot. It's not like when we were in the Jeff Fisher era, when we basically playing it so conservative. We're not making any moves in free agency, and if we did, we just basically made some barely upgrades on the team because no one wants to go to the team. I mean, not to be a hater at St. Louis, but I think a lot of the reasons why some people want to go to the Rams is because we do have a pretty decent team, and it's in Los Angeles. So who wouldn't want to come and play in LA and stay in LA? So I like this move. Clay Matthews, welcome back. Welcome to the Rams. Welcome back to the Coliseum. Welcome back to LA. Now let's go get this championship, man. I can't wait.